Hi everyone, my name is Richardson. I'm the General Counsel and COO of EB3 Solutions. I'm a former consular officer and an immigration attorney based out of Greenville, South Carolina. As a consular officer, which is with the State Department as a U.S. diplomat, I served as a visa officer, which meant I managed visas in the embassies in Nigeria, Nicaragua, Pakistan, and Spain. Today I'm going to talk a little bit to you about the EB3 Unskilled program and the way it works. In 1990, Congress passed the Immigration and Nationality Act. As part of this, immigrants had two ways that they could immigrate to the United States. One was family-based, and the other one was employment-based. Family-based is essentially you're sponsored by a family member, and employment-based, you're actually sponsored by your employer. Within the family-based category, Congress created 5 separate categories. EB1 is for people who are Einstein level, people who are super high executives in companies. EB2 are for professionals and people who might be top executives as well. Then you have EB3, which is both broken up into skilled and unskilled. And then you have EB4, which is for people who are religious backgrounds and special categories. And EB5 are for super investors. Our company works in EB3 Unskilled. And so EB3 is broken up into, like I said, the skilled and the unskilled realm. For skilled, you have to have 2 or more years of experience or training, but for unskilled, you don't have to have any kind of training at all. Now breaking down the steps to get the EB3 Unskilled visa. The first step is that your employer, the person who's petitioning for you, has to file what's called a PERM labor certification, PERM. And what that means is that the employer has to show that there are no U.S. workers in the world who want your job. And what that means is that they have to run ads and attempt recruitment of U.S. workers. And if they aren't able to find any U.S. workers, they're going to file what's called a labor certification with the Department of Labor. For step 2, after your labor certification has been approved by the Department of Homeland Security, that labor certification is going to be filed with a form called an I-140. Now, if you are outside of the United States, you're going to do something called consular processing. What that means is that once your I-140 gets approved, that's going to be forwarded to the State Department under the National Visa Center, and then eventually to your embassy or consulate abroad, and they'll interview you from there. But if you're here in this country as an F or an L or an H, that I-140 is going to be filed with what's called the Form I-485, Adjustment of Status. And that means that you're going to be interviewed right here in the United States by the Department of Homeland Security. Step 3, the final stages of the green card process. If you're an adjustment of status case and you filed the I-485, you also file for a work permit. Once you get that work permit and you start work, you can give up or abandon your former status as an F1 student visa holder or an H or an L and start working toward getting your green card. Once you get that work permit, then when you go to your visa interview, you can hopefully get your green card and start your life that way. If you're a consular processing case though, you'll interview at the embassy, and the minute you get your visa approval, you come to the United States and start work that way. Immigration law is incredibly complex. That's why it's important that you have a company like EB3 Solutions on your side so that you can achieve the American dream.